We've recently been getting a few updates to Apex that I'm going to cover, but do be aware. Through these updates, we've found out there's an issue with getting free packs that will mess a few of you up if you're not fast enough. But first, let's talk about the update on Tuesday, because we got 2 new Rift relics added to the packs. And one of these relics seems to be annoying players really badly. The first new relic that was added was the OG alternator with a few OG aspects on it, like the fact that it has a barrel stabilizer, a 2 to 4 times sight, and also the disruptor rounds on it. This is a very powerful relic, and honestly, if you pair this with something like the G7, you have a very powerful setup. And then the second relic we got is the Nessie Boost Kit. This is awesome. Basically, as soon as you pick it up, it spawns 2 Nessies that follow you around until they detect nearby enemies. When they detect nearby enemies, they just charge at them, breaking doors in the way and stuff like that, until they either kill the enemy or die. They don't deal a lot of damage, although I have seen a few times where Nessies have killed people. These Nessies are honestly best for first of all detecting when enemies are close to you, and also leading you directly to enemies because they just storm towards them. And this is why people are getting mad at the Nessie Boost Kit, because the Nessies are acting as a first wave that makes you basically reload your weapons and distracts you before the actual enemies comes in. So I can see why people are mad at these, but at the end of the day, they're literally baby Nessies. And also, go play ranked if you really want a very competitive experience. I do like the new Apex approach of just adding silly things. You can heal these Nessies by pressing E on them or your interact button to heal them. And also, if these Nessies die, they don't respawn immediately. Instead, there's a countdown you have to wait for. And honestly, the Nessies are pretty tactically viable if your whole team has the Nessie Boost Kit, as you can have literally 6 Nessies storming the enemies as well as you. With the addition of these new Rift relics, we did also get a new set of Rift relic challenges in the challenge section. This week's challenge is to get 5 kills with relic weapons to earn 1 normal Apex pack. And when you look at this user interface, you may realize something. Challenge 1 has disappeared, and the week 1 challenge was to open 50 Rift relics to get a free legendary pack. But unfortunately, with the release of the week 2 challenges, Respawn removed the week 1 challenges, so if you couldn't play the start of the season, you've now lost your opportunity for a free legendary pack that was pretty simple to earn. This does bring up a bigger issue with the fact that Respawn are deleting challenges week by week, so if you log in late to the season, you don't get a load of free stuff. Instead, you can only earn 1 pack from the week that's currently active, and this massively sucks. It sucks that Respawn decided to take this approach, and it sucks that it basically locks anybody who couldn't play the start of the season out of earning cool stuff. I assume Respawn are going to keep doing this for the rest of the Rift Relic challenges, so if one of these challenges is active and you want a free pack, complete it ASAP, because Respawn literally remove these challenges after they're done. How sad. This isn't the only opportunity for free stuff that has now left the game, but we'll talk about that later, because first we're going to talk about paid stuff, as Respawn have found a new way to sell heirlooms, and this time it's through the store page. As you may be aware, since the start of this season, Respawn have been selling a new type of pack called a retro pack. Retro packs sell several things, including items from old battle passes and also items from old events. But on Tuesday, Respawn released a new type of retro pack, where instead of releasing a few select items from old events, it releases the whole event, all 24 items. And like a normal collection event, if you buy all 24 packs, you will get the heirloom from the retro pack. And if you don't really understand what I mean by this, basically Respawn are now selling collection events through the store tab through 700 Apex coin packs. This is the new retro pack collection event user interface, and it does reveal a few things about this new system, like the fact that you need to open 24 retro packs to get the heirloom instead of owning 24 items from the collection event. And if you don't understand, let me explain. So say in 2021, when the Raiders event came out, you bought 10 items from it, but didn't buy the 14 remaining items to get the Watson heirloom. Well, now if you were to load up the Raiders retro pack, your progress wouldn't be 10 out of 24, it would be 0 out of 24, as the prerequisite to get the Watson heirloom is not to own all of the items from this event, it's instead to buy 24 700 Apex coin retro packs. And you may be asking, well, in that case, would Respawn just give me a clone of the skin I already own? No, instead your reward is picked from a pool of legendary items from past collection events. Because I have one legendary skin from the Raiders collection event, I actually have this option, and this is what it looks like. These are the possible items you can get from the Raiders Raiders Retro Pack if you already own a Raiders item. So yeah, to those people getting excited thinking, well, I have a load of Raiders items, tough luck, you're still going to have to buy 24 packs to get Watson's Heirloom. This does definitely suck, although I guess if you really wanted the Watson Heirloom and didn't want to spend $500 on it, you could instead spend $160 through this store tab. I wouldn't be surprised if Respawn add more of these collection event retro packs as the weeks go on, as since the season started, Respawn have added a few extra Battle Pass retro packs that bring back old Battle Pass items. More specifically, they've brought back some Defiance Battle Pass items and also some Saviors Battle Pass items. And I'm really so sorry if the retro pack system is confusing. It's very hard to explain, and the thing is, it's confusing because Respawn made it in a confusing way. On top of that, on the same day the Raiders pack released, the Launch Royale event ended, which really sucks. This means that LTM left the game. Launch Royale is no longer available, which is sad because I was having a blast in that mode. And also, the Launch Royale challenges are no longer in the game, meaning you can't get free packs or the free items that they were offering. If you were grinding these challenges, I really hope you completed them because they did give out a really cool badge for the people who completed every single Launch Royale challenge. And the badge that it rewarded was based off the Season 1 badges. So if you put this badge on your card, it's going to fool 90% of people into thinking you were a very early Apex player. Keeping on cosmetics, if you want to fool more people, just pull out the Ice Cold R301 skin because it's currently very glitched to the point where it looks like a PlayStation 1 model. Yes, this is seriously a current glitch inside Apex. I don't know how they've done this, but honestly, it's pretty funny. I've got to give it to them. But it's not all bad. Respawn have been fixing a lot of very bad glitches recently. First of all, they fixed the shield glitch where your shields would be really squashed and cover your whole screen whenever you got damaged. This is now fixed so you can safely play Apex at high frame rates. They also pushed an update to make ranked matches more smooth and have less lag, especially after being knocked or respawned, and a few more very annoying glitches. But there has been a bit of an L that Respawn took recently, which honestly is kinda deserved in some respects, and it's to do with the Game Awards. The Game Awards is a show that is hosted every single year, which first of all nominates games for awards, like last year where Baldur's Gate won Game of the Year, but it's better known for being a show where lots of new games are announced. Like, quite often new game trailers for very popular games are dropped at the Game Awards, providing the award-winning devs do wrap it up in time. And more applicable to Apex, sometimes Apex drops trailers at the Game Awards. Like during the Game Awards livestream last year, Apex actually dropped its early trailer for the Final Fantasy event. And during every single year that Apex has been out, it's been nominated for at least one award at the Game Awards. For example, last year it was nominated for Best Ongoing Game. That is until this year. This year, 2024, is the first year since Apex's release where it's not been nominated for an award. So if that doesn't reflect the current state of Apex, I don't know what does. And it must be pretty shameful for the developers because usually they do embrace when they get nominated for awards. Hopefully they do earn the privilege to be nominated for an award next year and maybe even win it. Although you have to earn the nomination, and I think this year Respawn didn't earn a nomination. And here's a tiny bit of extra news for PC players before we talk about the new animation Respawn have added to the game. As Respawn have announced, they're going to be discontinuing DirectX 11 support soon on Apex, and they're going to be making DirectX 12 the default option. They have been testing DirectX 12 for some time and been adding improvements to it, and it does seem like it's in a position now where it's better than DirectX 11 on a whole, and they just want to continue Direct 12 support. Finishing off though, last week we did get a new animation added to the game in the challenge section based around Lifeline, so I'm going to play it, and we should be expecting a Fuse and Bloodhound animation soon, which actually explains how Bloodhounds got their new heirloom recolor. But that's not released yet, so for now, play the Lifeline animation.
I've got it.